been slating him and calling him names for the past year, however long it's been.
Who's got more to lose in that fight out of Jake and Tommy, in your opinion?
I don't think any of them's got anything to lose. Tommy's had 6 or 7 fights, so 8 fights, I think. He's getting paid a lot of money. And Jake Paul's had never fought a boxer. So, the way I look at it is like this. If Tommy goes over there and he can't beat Jake Paul, yeah, well, let's just say he got paid millions of dollars for nothing because he didn't deserve it. Hard to say, isn't it? And he would have never won any type of belt in England, the central area, nothing. Ever. If he can't beat Jake Paul.
Those are the words of Tyson the Gypsy King Fury, as he states that if his brother, his younger brother Tommy Fury, can't beat Jake Paul, he got paid for nothing. He wouldn't win anything else if he can't beat Jake Paul. And that's how he feels about that. The irony was, Coogan asked him, like, who has more to lose, Tommy or Jake? Well, obviously, at this point, he said none of them. He said, well, that's obviously not. If he can't beat Jake Paul, according to Tyson Fury, this is his birthright. This is his time to create stripes. If he doesn't beat Jake Paul, he doesn't earn any stripes. He doesn't earn anything. You know, and that adds extra pressure on Tommy. I think Tommy, you know, he's from a fighting family, and he's going up against a guy that he talks a lot of smack. Jake Paul does, but see, Jake Paul is a guy that he's backing it up. And this is strange to say, that may be a very, very bad thing for Tommy. All right, because he has a new trainer, which is good, you know. McGuigan's good. Shane's good, but it's like you have your bigger brother, the guy that's never been defeated, on your back, on your neck, so to speak, verbally. Like, hey, if you can't beat him, there's no reason for you to ever fight. You know, you got paid all that money for nothing because you're pretty much worthless. Because you didn't do your profession. You didn't successfully do the thing that you were raised to do, which is to fight. So, it's a lot of pressure on Tommy Fury at this point. Now, that could make him, that pressure can make him motivated, but a lot of people don't work well under pressure. I know a few. They don't work well with being pressured. You know, and all the stuff's going on. He doesn't have the moral support. He doesn't have Tommy Fury. I mean, he doesn't have Tyson Fury or John hyping him up, telling him, you get in there, you Dulce. You know what I mean? If he had a bad round or whatever, he doesn't have that. So, I think it's really up to now Tommy Fury, and he has to do it on his own. But if he does come in there and he does knock out Jake Paul, he will knock out the guy that's been talking shit about him, and he will knock out the guy that's been cloning the sport of boxing. That'll shut Jake Paul up, maybe indefinitely. Look what happened to Conor McGregor. If Conor McGregor would have beat Mayweather, Conor McGregor would have been making millions of dollars fighting everyone else. You know, everybody called that Mayweather McGregor fight a joke. You know what I mean? But then everybody else wanted to line up and fight him, like Canelo, i.e. Pacquiao. Those guys wanted to fight him. So if Jake Paul takes out Tommy Fury, his profits are going to quadruple. Because he's going to prove and break the status quo. He's gonna destroy the narrative. All right? He's no Mickey Rourke. Okay, he's a guy that came from another platform that all you need to do is train hard and get in there and believe in yourself, and you can get anything accomplished. That's what's going to happen, and a lot of people are going to follow. You're going to have a lot of different exhibitions. They're going to flourish, okay? But back to Tommy, I think based on what his big brother Tyson said, yeah, he's in trouble if he can't beat Jake Paul, but I knew that anyway because they've already stated that. Like, look, we're going to change his name. Like John Fury said, hey, you got to change your name. Don't come back here. You didn't beat Jake Paul. You can't come home. So Tyson just confirmed it. He's been doing that for nothing. That's how I look at it. That's how I see it. But at least I will say this. At least Tyson is holding them, as of right now, he's holding them to the same standard as a lot of other people. Now, you didn't hear him say Dawsa, none of that, a shit house and none of that, but he is saying it like he is. You could tell it's some sincerity there, but still, that sternness of truth, like, hey, you got paid for nothing if you can't beat this guy. You know what I mean? But Tyson believes in his brother. I think he's just saying that. Because if he does get stopped by Jake Paul, I'm going to tell you guys this. If he gets stopped by Jake Paul, he will probably that will put him in the same ballpark as Marcelos Wilder. Let that sink in. You guys tell me what you think about Tyson the Gypsy King Fury regarding his brother Tommy Fury. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been counterpunching. Peace.